welcome to another video in community that believes weird is wonderful and magic is real and the Slytherin vibes are alive. They're alive! I mean, I feel like out of all of the houses to be doing something focused on in the spooky season, because that's right, it is spooky season right now. Spooky season all year round. There is no better house than the Slytherin house. And I say that as a half Slytherin, okay? You know what? I've been saying I test Gryffindor with a side of Slytherin. I'm equal parts. We are equal parts brave and evil, okay? I call the Slytherins evil. Everybody has a little bit of evil in them. Embrace it. And that's what we're going to be doing today with a Disturbia Slytherin-inspired haul. Let's get going. Lumos. Alrighty, you guys, I have a number of bags I should have brought much closer to me. We have bag 1 and bag 2. They look the same. They are different. The first things I'm going to start with are outside of the bag. But I can say we are covering the gamut of things. We have accessories, clothing, but the main thing that I went there for, that's a lie, were the accessories and homeware. Okay, so there were a couple pieces that just like really stood out to me, and that's what I want to start with. I want to start with the pieces that are obvious, like Slytherin inspired, because when you think of particular houses, and for those of you new to the channel, hello and welcome, we are doing a Slytherin focused room, all in good time, but we have to acquire some things. But I feel like when you think of specific houses, you tend to think of the mascot. So with Slytherin house, a snake is the most obvious. Now, I don't think that is all that encompasses Slytherin house. You know, we get a little, I feel like just the dark vibes in general. So I'm going to be dabbling in the dark arts a little bit, but I'm going to start off with just the straight up snakes. So let's start with a couple pieces I'm going to put on. And the first one, I blame a friend of mine who sent me a link to this particular item and just was like, I think you might like this. And I was like, I'm gonna order it right now. Yeah, I like it. And it is a necklace. More specifically, it's a choker. Now, I don't know if everything is currently available. As always, my friends, I'll link them in the description. And I have this choker that is coming off right here, but it is so unique. I just feel like Disturbia's pieces, much like Killstar, you don't find anywhere else. And the quality is really, really good. And this one is, like I said, it is a choker, not a necklace. And I got it for a couple of reasons. So here it is. It is a snaky business. I said we're going there from the get-go. And I think it is like multiple snakes. I'm looking at like 4 or 5 snakes. So basically it has a little snake right there, and then it bites onto the next one, wraps itself around that, bites onto the next one. So I think there might be like 4 total. Like this piece right here would be 1 snake. So that is, it kind of almost looks like a chain. It's so cool, but it still has like the texture of a snake. Got the little face right there, if you can see. And then the back side, it does still hook like a necklace does. I did get a choker, and I can't remember if it was Disturbia or Killstar, or Timu, I don't know, but it didn't fit me. No, I think it was Disturbia, actually. It was the one that reminded me of Bellatrix, and it had the, like, Raven. Why is this cat? They probably can't even hear her. She's so distracting, ma'am. And it didn't fit me perfectly, but for these things and the way they're built and with the chains, they are adjustable. You might have, and what I mean by that is like you might have to remove a chain, or a link, I should say. But you can get it. I think you can get it to fit you, because I don't think these things are gonna easily come off the packaging. I don't think these things are going to fit everyone's neck or wrist or whatever 100% perfectly, especially something like a choker that is meant to be tight. So let's test it out. I want the flesh flush to my neck, you know what I'm saying? But the reason I got this is not only the snaky situation, but I wanted a choker too, because a lot of my necklaces, a necklace falls like, you know, in an angular direction. And I wanted something that I could wear and it be like a statement piece with something with like a ring neck like this, like a t-shirt or something like that. This is also from Disturbia, by the way. Love this. So I think this, I don't know. What do we think? Do we like it? It's certainly edgy. And if you're going for the Slytherin vibes, I'm sorry, but you need a side of edge to you. But I need a little something to pair with it. So when I saw that, I went perusing around and I was like, and then just suddenly like my eyeballs went to everything that was snaky, and it was actually part of a new line, probably not new at this point. And it is this kind of same style thing, like reads like a chain, but it is actually a bunch of snakes wrapped around each other, kind of biting on the tail of another. But it is a bracelet. So let's now put this on and test it out. And if you can't tell, like there's a lot of ways to approach each house and dressing in that style of house. And it's where I felt like I didn't necessarily fit into the Harry Potter community per se, because I like a bit of edge. Even as like, you know, part Gryffindor, I want the edge in there. I don't want just the classic look. I want to do a little something different. So that's what we are doing here. All right, here we are. My bracelet is on. You know, it's like the first time I put on black lipstick and I thought, like, this isn't for me. I'm not allowed to wear this. I feel like a statement piece like this, that just really does bring the edge, makes me feel that way, even though I am. And you are too. Be who you are, express how you want to be. And sometimes it might need to take a little bit of time to feel comfortable and accept that you are allowed to do whatever you want to do. So those are the only accessories. Now let's get to like really the main pieces that drew me in. I really love these, but these drew me in because they are going to be going in my Slytherin room. And I'm thinking of one in particular, and it is this right here. It is a blanket. And I will say this blanket comes in a purple variety too. So it's like a mix of purple and silver. Maybe not the most appropriate like Slytherin colors, but it's still pretty. So if you like this blanket and you didn't want to go green, there's that option. But I went green and I haven't opened this up. So, and also it's more of a throw. I'm excited to see it because I saw the photo online and I think it's stunning. And we haven't done like the Slytherin room discussion yet, but I have a sense of the seating area we are likely to go with, and this is going to be kind of draped over that. So I really wanted to like be mindful of where we're playing with blacks and where we're playing with greens, but also silver. And I feel like this hit on all of that. Look at it. Oh, that's so pretty. I will keep this far, far away from my cats, okay? Here, I'm just going to give you like an up close so you can see like the detail. These are snakes, if you can't tell. That's why this drew me to it. Here's like the tail end of a snake. I wonder if we find the head somewhere. I think that's it right there. Look at that. So, to give you a gauge here of how big this is. I'm afraid my rings are going to get caught on it. So it's like this repeating pattern-ish. It's a continuous snake, or maybe it's more than one snake. More than one snakes? I don't know. And then it has like a little ruffly business at the end, a little frayed because this is woven. But even for a woven blanket, it is like, I'm not saying they're not soft, but this one is nice and soft. And a pretty big size. I don't remember the actual length of this, but like I said, I will link it down below. Is that not stunning? Like when I design, is that the appropriate word? I'm making myself sound fancier than I am. When I decorate a space, I don't want to do what's traditional. I want to do what's me and how I would approach a Slytherin room or a Gryffindor room. And I think this is what's so cool about going outside of licensing. I know I say this all the time, but I really recommend it because there are cool pieces out there. And this is probably one of my favorite pieces I've gotten from Disturbia. Let's do the other blanket. So this is not a snaky thing. I have one more snaky thing and then a number of things to show you, but this is going to go in the Slytherin room because like I said, I feel like you need to branch out a little bit more than just snakes. If you snakes it everywhere, it loses, you know, the vibe, I feel like. So I got another one. This one is not green. This, if you can tell, is black, but it's also like got a bit of brown, and maybe you can tell what the pattern is. It is this repeating skull, but before I open it, I want you to see the texture. This is like a crushed velvet. I don't even know how to describe this because this is woven. You could see like the white underneath there, but it's like, I don't know, it's thicker than the other one. This is very different. This is more blanket than throw, but I like the velvet. I wasn't expecting that. It's like this raised velvet. So now let's open it up. Here is a little bit of the pattern. I like bringing some brown in because you know the Slytherins, we get down and dirty here. Not sure what that meant. And this must be the underside. Just to show you the underside here. That's kind of cool. So it's more brown than the like grayish color. Yeah, this is one that's going to actually keep you warm. It does look like it is smaller than the other one. Here is the full thing. I can actually get this one in frame. I would still say it's a nice size. This is going to cover you for sure. And drape really nicely over your couch or whatever it is. I would still not want my cats around it, but this one will probably sustain their existence better than the other one. So there it is. Like I said, just a bunch of skulls and swirly business, but it's just this nice, yeah, this is going to keep me warm and it's really soft. I like a soft blanket. Nice, warm, cozy. The last snaky item and the last piece of decor is a pillowcase. And pillow. Sorry, this one actually comes with a pillow. I don't know if I want to put the pillow in just yet because it is vacuum sealed. So I think we will just like, we'll just hang tight because we are not decorating the room just yet. We have a number of things to get. But look at it. So this one is more like cotton linen-y situation as the base. And then it's this like raised embroidered gold. I guess that's more of like a brassy color. Snake. I love the texture of this snake. It just, the way that they put that on top, it makes the snake pop quite a lot. So there is the front of that. So it's two snakes, each going in a different direction. Then the back side is that green color. This is more the green Slytherin vibe that I prefer. We have our little Disturbia thing, but it unzips right there. It does come with a vacuum sealed pillowcase, because when I was opening the box, I was like, I thought this was a pillow, but I didn't realize that they were sending it that way. So yeah, I feel like with this one paired with the blanket and then the other blanket that has a brown in, I feel like it like all comes together. I don't know, because I'm also considering, I don't really know that I want to do snake on snake, that this might go just on a regular couch. I like it regardless, okay? 2 items left. So we're moving away from straight up snakes. And now I feel like I get a lot of ideas for outfits that are Slytherin inspired. And it could be a touch of something like this, like a necklace or just a little bit of green. I just feel like a proper Slytherin needs a little bit of edge. And one item that I have found an addiction to are harnesses. I think I have 2 right now, I think. Harnesses. I have a number of belts too. So if I can figure out what's happening right here and how I put this on. But I'll just show you up close. If you can tell, it's got like rivets throughout the whole thing. So I have a harness that is more of a classic black. I think it's like a singular strap and then 2 straps that go across. This one, it's just all rivets. So it just really brings out, because to me, Slytherin is silver and green and black. Those would be the colors in my opinion. And so you're getting the silver from the rivets. So let me figure out how to put this on and then we will show you. That is what it's supposed to look like, a little crisscrossy situation. So that's why we have a number of buckles. Okay. Okay. So we tried it on. Okay, keeping it real here. I have been is this not a small medium? Small medium. I don't think I've ever been a size bigger than that. It should buckle right here. I didn't even get these adjusted properly, but this goes, that's disappointing. And I done waited too long to return it. So there's the buckle right here. Oh, so anticlimactic right now. It should buckle right here. So I don't know why we're not getting it to look like this, because I have other harnesses that are the same size. It's my one complaint with Disturbia, but I will show you the back so you can see, is you can buy the same size in the same style thing. And I've seen a number of reviews like this that it just suddenly doesn't fit. I've gotten, for example, and I've shown you guys, I've gotten the button down like skater dresses, the long ones. And I have one that is the bug pattern and it fits me perfectly. And they can be challenging because I'm not the smallest chested person. And I bought at least one more in a different pattern, too small. Like the buttons are just coming out. Okay. So what's up with that? What's up with that? Like you're really messing with a person's self-confidence right now. Okay. I'm proper sucking it in. Okay. Just to be real. And this should meet and have room. What the heck, Disturbia? I was so excited by that. Okay, well, there goes that. We'll have to sort that out at some point. But I did try on this next item. So we'll end on a banger, if you will. And I'm not going to put it on because it is a skirt. I'm wearing this, and I just don't feel like it. I need to do whatever I want, you know what I'm saying? But this one was on clearance. And I love it so much. Do I have enough black skirts? Black flowy skirts even. Yeah, I probably do. In fact, I'm actually more of a pants person, and you wouldn't be able to tell by my wardrobe because, and I've said this on my channel, it is my channel. I've said this on this channel, but I have a number of pants that need hemming, and I just struggle to find pants because I am 5'2", so getting ones, and I just only do wide leg. I need breathing room. I also don't need to see all the curves, you know what I'm saying? So I like a good flowy business, particularly like straight. But either way, like it's just hard to find any that fit the length of a 5'2" person. So I actually have a stack of pants that I just desperately want to get hemmed and need to make time to do that. But as of this moment, I mostly am wearing skirts, even though I'm more of a pants girl. I like skirts. And this might end up being one of my top favorite skirts. So it is, I'm just going to show you like further back. It is a flowy situation. Are we getting it? I know this is very black on black right now. But what is different about this skirt is, first off, we have the elastic waistband. A must, in my opinion. I like to be comfy, okay? It's also just a hassle. I like things to be easy. So we have an elastic waistband. And then the pattern on this thing, you guys, are skulls. These little black, they're almost like a crushed velvet. Can you sense a trend? I like a feel-goody business. So there's these tiny little skull heads on the whole thing. And then at the bottom, you have these like frayed edges, which I love. I love when like the base comes at a jagged edge here. Let me hold it over there. Are we seeing like different angles is what I mean? But so they have the pattern of the skull throughout the whole thing. The bottom is lace. And then on the lace are skulls. They're larger skulls. So it still plays with the skulls that you see on here, except much larger. Are you getting it? And then some like florally business. So that is the whole trim. There's lace on the whole thing. And you can see that one like comes to a point there. I freaking love it. I mean, does it highlight my hips? Yes, as to most of my skirts. But I'm accepting that. What I'm not accepting is that harness didn't fit, okay? It's staring at me in the eyeballs right now, and I don't need to be reminded of that. So we're going to focus on this. But yeah, I really love it. It also has a, like a slip underneath it, pretty sure. Right under there. So that slip doesn't go the full length. So that way when you get to the little frayed bits, it's just those and you're not like, you know what I mean? Anyway. I have a number of skirts like this, but none with skulls on them. And I just feel like skulls, having seen the blanket, really fit into a Slytherin vibe. I know not all Slytherins are evil, but blame the evil person who wrote these books for painting them that way and not really ever giving us good Slytherins, because I like to hope there is good inside of me, and I am part Slytherin. But I also love me some skulls, and I don't think it's evil. Like, we all have one, so, you know. Anyway, that is the Slytherin inspired Disturbia haul. Like, I have become an addict between Disturbia and Killstar. Huge, huge fan. It is just almost becoming my entire wardrobe. And a number of household items. I'm really, really loving the household items that are dropping. So I will be keeping my eyes out for more of the Disturbia drops. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? Is it too edgy? Not enough snaky on some of these, or is it? I don't, or what am I saying? And what other places do you go? Why do I have to think up questions? What other places do you go? Just comment whatever you want to comment in the comments down below. But until next time, my magical friends, I have nothing to hold up. Remember to love what you love with everything you have, and express yourself however you want to. Don't fit a mold, and keep making magic, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye! With a I almost said Killstar.